All right, welcome everybody to the Mary Grant Nature Preserve meeting. Today is Saturday, March 26th. Got the date right this time. I expect this is going to be a relatively short meeting. Last meeting we had, we set a calendar of events where we talked about the spring cleanup, picnic, hopefully with some music, the yard sale, obviously the pumpkin carving, and we came up with a couple of ideas, other ideas, such as a snowman building contest in the winter. And that's something that we would have to be ready to go at a moment's notice.
Yeah, when there's snow.
That kind of helps if you want to have snowman building contest, yes.
And good quality snow.
Yeah, right.
Yes, after a nice heavy wet snow.
Yes.
Sticky snow.
So really, I wanted to talk today about the spring cleanup and start some pre-planning for our picnic in July. The last I remember, Dick, you were going to talk with the folks at Maple Stone about potentially helping us this year.
I'm sorry to say I didn't do it.
Shame.
I'll mark it down.
Shame.
Yeah, I know.
Shame.
I'll remind you, Dick.
I'll call him this week.
Okay, along those lines, I got a message on the Mary Grant Facebook page from the Boy Scout troop in Acton. I didn't see the message until today, but they asked if they could camp here this weekend and then clean the trails up. And that's something that we had discussed the past couple of years. So I replied and said, I know it's late notice, but absolutely. And if you want to do another camping trip this summer, just let us know so we can be prepared and make sure this property's
Good
available.
project for the scouts.
But they can go out and they can walk the trails and they can pick up the trails and do some learning at the
awesome.
same time.
Yeah. And they're fabulous.
Yeah,
Yes.
over the course of the winter, you know, branches fall down and
Right.
then somebody kicks a rock over or, you know, piece of
Are you out there kicking rocks over?
He's kicking off.
no, but it is you know, it's one of those things you don't think of, but
Okay.
if you walk in it. I always was hoping that people walking the trails, that if they saw something like that, they just pick it up and, you know.
Unless they
do it.
tripped over, they won't
But
touch it.
all of a sudden, I found out it didn't
Yeah,
work.
people generally don't do that
Yeah.
anymore. The other thing before we get into the meat of the spring cleanup is, I think I emailed all of you, we heard from Terry Minahan, and she wants to do an Easter egg hunt. We had talked about doing one ourselves at our last meeting. I didn't feel that we had enough time to plan it and do it
Right.
right.
No, that's okay.
But if Terry wants to do it,
Be my guest.
I'll come and support her, I'll help her, I'll donate candy, I'll be on property so we can
Yeah,
have the
she's
barn
got
open.
We donated some candy. She's got
Yep.
like a cooler in front of her house on a table, so we.
And the other thing I'm thinking, if it's the least bit chilly out, we could just have a little fire going up front for
Yeah.
kids to warm up
Nice.
I
by.
told her I could help her and be there in the morning.
Yeah, so as long as someone's here from the committee, I think I'll be here.
Yeah.
If other people want to join me,
I'll
we
be
can
here.
sit around and chat around a campfire or something and watch the kids have fun.
So to that, we'll need to go over to the fire station and get our
Yes,
fire
Yep.
permit for the year.
okay.
Do we need firewood? Or do we just collect it in the woods?
I've got, there's a whole bunch of wood over
Like
there.
that wood
There's
to
some
pile
over
up out
that's
here.
dry.
What you
Okay.
don't do, I'll just
So-
take it in my trailer.
Yeah, we've got a bunch, so I think we're good for that.
Dan, do you need a permit for a little?
Well,
Yes.
you'll
Yeah,
take
we're just gonna get
Anything,
a
anything.
yearly
You have to
permit
get
to
a
have,
permit, yes.
Okay.
so that we can do it again in October if we want to,
Even
for
at,
Oh,
the
okay.
pumpkin carving event.
even at your houses.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll-
Fire
Okay.
permit.
We have to pay attention to when they have no burn days and all of
Yeah,
that, so,
okay.
you know, obviously.
No,
our-
that I understand, but just for
Yeah.
a little fire, I was
Yeah.
just so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
because we don't have on-site water, so we have to be prepared for that.
Oh,
Yeah, and they have to know that we're burning so that they can be prepared for that.
okay.
Yeah, so we only have one spot out in the front that we
Mhm.
can put the fire pit.
Right,
It's
right.
not
So
near
that it's
trees.
not near trees, it's not at the
Oh,
barn.
Right,
Right.
right, okay,
Yeah.
because I wasn't quite sure.
Yep.
I know to burn, debris and stuff like that,
Right.
I knew, but little
Yeah.
fire,
Yep.
get to, toast
So
marshmallows.
you ask the
I
neighbors
didn't
for a
think.
hose to bring over too. See if you're gonna burn.
Yeah,
Well,
All
I
right,
usually
good to
will
know.
have, if I know we're gonna have water, a fire down here, I have 6-gallon containers that I bring down full of water, so. It's a start.
mhm,
If worse comes to work, in years past, a few times, Mr.
Mr. Across the Street?
Yeah,
That's a good name.
it's something or other, rum. And, has allowed it to turn around, and we ran a garden hose
Garden
out
hose, yeah.
front of his
Yeah.
house, across the street, and
Okay,
had it over, you know,
It's not rumor, right? He lives a little
No.
down.
No, he's
further.
next door to
Okay,
Rumor.
yeah.
so as I say.
all right, so
Okay,
on to
good.
the spring cleanup, the topic of today's meeting. So we decided on Sunday,
Mm-hmm,
April 24th this year.
okay.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Really, I think it's just many hands make light work. If we can all come in and bring our shovels and rakes and implements of destruction, those of you who are my age, you know where that reference comes from. And if you don't, I'll sing you the song someday. It's a very long
Aw.
song.
That's okay.
Backpack blowers, things like that. I know around here, we could probably just blow the most of the crap
I'll
into
bring
a
the
pile
trailer
or
down and
whatever.
load the trailer.
Sure, absolutely.
My big
Yeah.
full,
There's a
Four-wheel
load
trailer.
of
For you, yeah.
branches.
all the stuff last time.
Yeah, just
Okay.
put it on.
Took it to the dump.
So what else do we want to do? I mean, obviously, we need to clean up the grounds around the barn. I'd like a couple of us to walk the trails, and if you need help moving something, come back and get someone else.
Yeah.
But let's make sure the trails are ready to walk for the season, the grounds look halfway decent, et cetera, et cetera. Thoughts?
I'll bring my grandson, he's gonna be
Okay.
13, so he's.
Oh, wow.
I'll bring my husband, he's always been
He's
30.
gonna be a teenager, you sure he's gonna want to go?
26.
He doesn't have a choice, if I say we're going, we're
Okay.
going, yeah,
Oh, good for you.
oh, yeah.
I won't bring my wife, she don't want to come.
I try not to bring my wife, but she says, no, I'm going anyway.
Good for you.
All right. Anything else for spring cleanup? That's,
No, I think that's,
you know, I'll make sure we have coffee and snacks and drinks or something.
yeah.
What time do we want to meet?
2 a.m.
Okay.
So we get together, we get
I'll
out of
be
the
at work
tent.
at 2 a.m.
Come out of the tents and,
Wait
come
till
out
I
of the
get
tents
off.
and work.
You certainly can have fun with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably be asleep at that time.
Okay.
Mhm. 10
Wanna do
o'clock?
10?
10?
Well, if you're working the night before, do you want to come
Yeah,
help
that's
us or
fine.
no?
Yeah, I'm gonna come help.
Okay,
10, I don't sleep on Sundays.
okay.
Are we doing it on
It's my
Sunday?
You
only
don't
it's
sleep
my-
at all, you
No,
don't
it's my
work,
only
right?
family day that
Yeah,
we're
I
all
need to check
home,
my
so.
calendar.
24 hour
See
open.
who's doing
Yeah, it's my
service.
24-hour day.
Yeah, I used to sleep till 10, I'd sleep from,
Well, if you're
just till
doing it,
10,
then-
10 is
just to
fine.
have a,
Unless you're doing something, okay, no, but
all
I'll be
right,
here.
10 a.m.?
To make it
No.
easier for Kelly to join us, because
What,
she works
9
on the
or more?
weekends.
You want to do 9 or 10?
No, let's do
No,
10.
10.
Okay,
Oh, you can catch it now if you want.
That's the
Okay.
24th of April, right?
Sunday the 24th, yes.
I didn't have it on the calendar.
You're welcome. Whenever they do put it there. All right. So cleanup is just to clean up. I'll make sure we have snacks and drinks.
That is Sunday, right?
That is a Sunday,
I'll bring the trailer up and leave it out there.
okay?
Okay.
And if you don't want to bring your trailer up, I'll bring mine and we just load mine either way.
I'm only very on the corner.
I'm only right around the corner.
so we can check the trail signs, that was one of the list things.
Yeah, when we're
When
out
we're
walking
doing
the
that,
trails, just
yeah.
check the trail signs and,
Make new ones
Yeah.
if we,
yeah, at some point they either need to be repainted or replaced,
yeah,
but I don't think we need to do that on cleanup weekend.
just see what needs to be done.
Right. I have it on good authority, actually, I know for a fact, the library went out and changed the story a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna, next time I'm thinking about it, and I'm on Facebook, I'm gonna post that all over the Mary
Oh,
Grant
yeah.
page as well,
Nice.
so.
Oh, we should,
Calvin
before
will
we
be
leave,
in.
we should go grab some pictures of the beginning of the storybook.
Okay. Picnic, Saturday, July 16th. We had talked about having some kind of community picnic with a small choral,
cornhole,
thank you,
Cornhole
one of those things.
contest.
Yes.
yeah,
So to go with that, we would need someone to bring boards and bags. I think you
I
said
have-
you had some, I think
do
you have
have
some.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, so we're at 3.
oh, 3, yeah,
Yeah, we have 2 sets of help.
What a name, cornhole. What a name, cornhole.
Yeah.
I know, it is a real odd one.
Yeah.
Do you
I heard
know
that.
how to set up the, okay, good.
So many feet from hole to hole,
Right.
yeah.
something on the name.
Do we want to do like a $2 $5 buy-in and then the pot just goes to the winner at the end, or?
Yeah,
Or 50% of the pot goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
wanna raise some money for the
I would love to.
grant?
I would love to,
Yeah,
yeah.
like 50/50,
Okay.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Do 50/50.
So what do we want for the
What-
buying, like $5 a person, $5 a team?
Don't make it
I would
too
do 20 bucks a team, like if it's a team of 4, right?
Mhm.
It's
Or
$5.
teams
Oh,
two or
sure.
four.
Well, yeah,
Two,
two is two,
yeah,
so,
two.
yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Whenever
So a
it's done
team
like
is
a-
usually 4 people?
No,
Two.
two
Two
people.
people,
Two?
yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah.
go back and forth?
So,
We can have
Yeah,
4.
and there's a whole bracket thing.
Yeah.
oh, I
Well,
don't
there's,
know. We just
there's
play, we
4
just
to
throw
wanna
win,
do
two
that?
teams.
We
Four
can
people,
set
two
one of
teams.
Okay,
these.
yeah, but, so, yeah.
Right.
not
We
two-
just throw
not
the
2 for
bags
one.
back and forth, we
Back
don't,
and forth.
we don't even know how to
Yeah.
keep score. We just, there's something if you lay it on the top versus get it in the hole.
So much-
Yeah,
versus-
so
the
you're
closest to the
shooting against, like you're standing next to someone on the other team. So you're both throwing 4 bags. And then, so whoever has the most on the board has
closest to the hole.
those points. But it's like if I have one on the board and you have one on those cancel. So it's like, so if I have 2
Boy.
on and you have 1 on, then I get 1 point.
Oh, it's
Right.
complicated.
And then if you get 1 in the hole, that's 3 points.
We might have to have you in charge
You
of
throw
scoring.
somebody-
You're gonna be the judge.
You're gonna be the scoring judge.
Works for me.
If you hit somebody, it's 10 points.
So you wanna do $5 a
July
person
16th.
then?
$5 a person.
Probably.
$5 a
Yeah,
person?
because yeah,
Okay.
if anybody wants to come and just
All right.
not be on a team, you know, if they just show up.
And we're gonna split that, so whoever
Do
wins the
50-50.
tournament gets half of the pot and the rest of it goes to the mayor grant.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna have like first, second, and third, or it's just a all or
Oh.
nothing?
I think just for one.
One,
I think all or nothing.
all or nothing.
I
I don't know
honestly,
how many people we're gonna,
I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think we're gonna have that many teams.
I don't know.
So,
You never know, it might be
Yeah.
a hit.
cornhole is a
I was
really
gonna say,
popular.
Becoming
Like,
very
very
popular.
Yeah.
We had it at the hospital the other day. I'm like, what is this?
Oh,
Breast
So
and
along with
breast
that,
stress.
I need to make a note to make sure we get the lawn mowed like the weekend before or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
I have found
everybody
that Mr. Ham is very responsive. If we say we have something going on, we need the property taken care of, he'll come up and mow it in the middle of the week
Oh,
for
cool.
us, so.
I have a little kid one too that we can put for the kids to play if they want.
Sure.
For free.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let them all the,
Yeah,
goes.
that
What
was
is the
good.
age?
Well, it's
Under
fun.
10?
yeah. Well, I'm gonna be bringing a 4-year-old, so.
Yeah, that's okay. Bring him. Yes, we did.
So the picnic is, that's the cornhole, is with
Yeah.
the picnic, right?
Yes.
So that's, people are just gonna bring their own picnic
Well,
stuff,
that
or
was gonna be
how?
my next question. How do we want the picnic to work?
You mean like serve hot dogs?
I totally think that we should just have people bring their own picnic stuff, and
We
blankets.
can supply extra, you know, around that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can supply drinks and stuff like that, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Unless
Maybe
you
have
guys
some
wanna talk
bake
about just doing burgers and hot dogs like we did.
Yeah,
For the arts
last week
And we can, like Kelly said, we can have a bake sale for,
Mm-hmm,
to earn cash for us.
it's fine, we could do that. So what are we thinking for food?
A lobster and clams.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what, if you
Don't
wanna
like it.
bring lobsters and clams, you have at it.
I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't care for it.
Neither do I.
I don't like it at all.
I'll eat them.
Bring your own, Dick. I'll boil the water.
Yeah,
If we do those little pre-made sandwiches in coolers, that would be the only other,
Option.
Yeah,
Thing,
yeah, I don't wanna,
you
I
know.
don't wanna go crazy on stuff, but I like,
you know, like we
really
did at the town hall when they had the
Yes.
voting that
Yep.
day?
absolutely.
We had all those,
Got the platter from BJ's, backed it up, they were perfect.
they went,
Yeah, they did.
Ooh.
We didn't really have much of anything
that
left
was my
over.
phone.
Drop something.
No, my phone hit the deck.
so I mean, we have, I don't know the total amount we have in our account right now, but I'm certain we have money that we can, if we wanna buy the sandwich platter and drinks and stuff like that, we can do it.
Yeah. I don't know, that just seems simpler than having to cook, but,
Yeah,
Maybe we can get Hannah to donate something. something like that.
Sounds like you're gonna call Hannaford for
Sure.
us.
Well, I'll tell you right now that that's probably not gonna happen because they don't donate much of anything anymore. You have to jump through hoops, you have to sign up for a
Go through
program, you have to
course,
fill
Same
out the
thing I think with
application.
Walmart, you
Yep.
have to
Yeah.
have
You gotta know
a
some people.
presentation and,
Well, if you know people,
Have at it.
you're elected.
Yeah.
Especially when you run them off the road. Oh,
Yes.
we'll take them.
So yeah, if you wanna reach out to whoever you know there and see if they can,
Sure.
a sandwich platter,
Well, what,
case of water,
whatever I
whatever.
can get,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yep.
we'll put it on the
Okay.
table.
So I'm hearing that we're gonna at least have a sandwich platter and drinks, and to go with that, maybe some chips.
Yeah.
And we'll certainly advertise it as, bring your own, however, there will be some simple lunch stuff here to purchase
Get a lot of
if you
chips.
want.
Cut a lot of wood, we'll have a lot of chips.
I think that's the best way, because people can bring their own,
Yeah.
but if,
Yeah.
you know, kids
Okay.
get mushy or,
Yeah.
you know.
and having the bake sale would be good.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
everybody
so it'll
likes a
be
little
picnic
sweet
and
treat.
bake sale and cornhole.
Yep,
Have a contest in the bake sale.
Now, will we have music?
That's the plan. I don't know what we're gonna do yet.
Okay, just.
Whether I just play it off of a computer and
Just play
type
it
it through
off a
speakers,
computer,
or
yeah, I would
Okay.
do that, that's simple enough.
what kind of music do we want?
You'll put it-
From the fifties, sixties to eighties,
That's good.
nineties.
You're an area then.
You know,
Okay.
I don't like rap,
No.
but I don't know.
We can play Alice's Restaurant by Earl
After this,
Douglas.
you know what I mean?
Over and over.
But I think that would be nice, nothing,
Okay. Yeah, that's
nothing
fine.
major,
A little M&M maybe.
but, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like him.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut on that. What else?
Or what?
Oh, he's a rapper.
Yard sale, not yard
Yeah,
sale.
he's a rapper.
Picnic.
That's why I don't
Other
know.
ideas.
I just
I'm
don't.
a classical fan.
What time?
I don't think we've set a time yet.
Well,
11,
It's about that
Do-
time now.
Sure? 11 to 2?
will that give us enough time for the cornhole?
Oh, 11 to 3.
11 to 3,
11 to
yeah, 4 hours I think.
We
would
can
be good.
say
11
we'll
to
be
3.
here at 11 to 3, and if you wanna hang out after, that's
Yeah,
fine.
okay,
We'll
11
hang
to
out at
3.
Yeah.
Okay,
And let's pray for a nice sunny day.
I know.
Ugh,
and if the weather's crappy, do we cancel it? Do we reschedule
to
it?
the
I'd
Sunday.
Reschedule.
Well, that is
Rain day
Sunday.
would be,
Was it?
no, that's Saturday, so we could reschedule for the sun, have a rain date of the next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, we could
That's
do that.
okay.
Okay,
Just to have it out there.
Yeah,
And if it rains both days.
Yeah, rain date
the
the
following weekend.
17th then.
Yeah. It's not going to.
No, it's gonna be beautiful.
Famous last
we'll do
words.
the rain dance.
As it comes down with the
No,
white
we don't
snow.
wanna do the rain dance.
Backwards.
Yeah.
okay. Anything else for the picnic? Slash cornhole, slash bake sale, slash,
Town party.
yeah. Are you making a note for you or for me?
Yep.
The secretary's working away.
So this will be on Facebook post,
Yeah.
with a picture.
Oh, yes.
If you
Hello.
wanna,
I'm not super
I'm
savvy,
obviously taking notes, I'll
Yeah,
send
do
you
you
details,
wanna-
if you wanna come up with something,
Yeah, yeah,
Like a picture or
yeah,
yeah, okay.
something to catch attention.
and then I'll just,
And
give me 1 or 2 proofs so I can put up on Facebook a couple of times.
Okay.
Alright.
Everybody who's on Facebook, share it.
right.
And I
Yeah,
can-
because if
once
you
I-
post it, it's a weird thing, if you post it to like the Acton page or you can't share it from there, you have to
Mhm.
copy it,
Mm.
it's a whole,
Yeah.
Okay,
It's because
it's a
they're
private group.
private groups,
Right.
and they
Oh.
that's how they have their parameters set, that you can't share from
Yeah,
the private group.
well, the other thing I can do, because what I typically do is I create a post on the Mary Grant page, and then I share that post, so I can put a link to the post in that posting that I share,
And then,
so people
Oh.
can click on the link and go to the Mary Grant page, and that may drive more traffic to the Mary Grant Facebook page too. Okay,
and maybe we could put a sign make a sign for
Yeah.
where we put the pumpkin sign on,
Yeah, the right
Could we
road.
use the
By the
town
old
hall
town hall?
sign? Yeah,
Town hall sign
Town
would
hall
be really
sign,
nice.
yeah.
We can certainly check with the
Jennifer.
select board, yeah.
Do you mean
with
the sign that's
Jennifer.
up now for the yard sale, that sign, or another sign?
No, the town sign.
Oh, the big town sign,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
The billboard.
You have to just get
The
permission.
billboard, because they've got a little
Yeah.
sandwich board
Or
in
even
front of
the
town
fire.
hall.
Yeah.
Department, sometimes the
Okay.
fire
Yeah.
department
Yeah, they'll do it.
has it.
Yeah,
Oh.
we, in the past, we've
You know
also
anybody in the
asked
fire
the fire
department?
department.
Mhm.
Sometimes, yeah.
We
Yeah,
know
we have
lots
it
of
in
people
with
in
the
the fire department.
And then maybe one of those, we can put
Yeah, well,
the sandwich sign out front
Yeah,
yeah, we were planning on
prior to that.
refurbishing those a little bit
Mm.
this year. They're kind of held together with duct tape, so,
It's strong,
yeah.
but staying there is a permanent thing.
Let me take one of those home and see if I can get my husband to improve that, because he made a sandwich sign for my daughter's salon.
I was totally gonna get a sheet of plywood, and we can make 4 sandwich boards out of a piece of plywood and
Oh,
some
wow.
hinges.
Oh,
So, if you want your husband to look at it,
do
I'll
those
be
have
hands
the
off.
little rungs on them, or those the plain ones? Isn't there one that has one that you
There's one
put
over
letters
there.
in?
So-
Yeah, there's one
so
over there.
there's one here that we can put
Oh,
plastic
that one,
letters
that
in.
one's okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that
And
one.
then we have the ones that look like they're
Terrible.
old ceiling tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they are.
Yep.
Sure, they work good.
All right, oh, maybe I'll just ask him to make some.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to be huge, just something that
Yeah,
we
He's
can
gonna
paint
have
the
his
sign on.
honeydew list.
he's retired now.
Well, you should bring him to the meetings.
No,
Should, could, would, I don't know.
but he'll make sandwich signs.
Okay. Do we want to go on? Do we want to stop there for the day?
What else you got?
Well, after that, we're gonna start talking about the yard sale, which is in August.
Well, bring it up now.
So we're having a yard sale on August 7th. Or at least that's the plan. I will say again that last year was a successful failure. A success in that we raised a bunch of money to help paint the barn, not that it cost us a lot of money. But a failure in that we had one person from the
Yeah.
community set a table up.
Oh.
So, the only thing that I'm curious about, they're doing a yard sale, the town is doing a yard
Right.
sale.
Mhm.
Nicholas Ferry, or
Yeah.
whatever. So.
But I found out, aren't they doing it at the barn lights now?
Oh, I don't know, I thought it was,
I think I just seen something on Facebook.
oh, they moved it to there?
Yeah.
To where?
Barn
The
lights?
new, the
Well,
wedding
that's the
venue?
craft fair.
Oh, the
Oh,
craft,
okay.
I'm
That's
sorry,
the craft
yeah,
fair
the
in
craft
November.
fairs, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
See that.
Yeah.
But I
So,
suppose that's enough time between April and August to.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Hey,
think
now
that's
we
plenty.
Three
Yeah.
months.
So we discussed having people pay ahead of time for their tables,
Absolutely.
which introduces other issues, because if I put that out there, then they have to go through Jennifer, they can't come through us, which in and of itself, it's not a big deal.
What do you mean you have to go through Jennifer?
She's
Because
bonded, I
Anytime we
guess.
collect money that's not a donation, if we charge people,
Oh.
they have to
okay.
go give the money to Jennifer, and Jennifer has to give them a receipt.
And does the money still go to the Mary Grant?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep,
well,
it still goes to
I can
our
see that, as
funds,
long as you get the
Can they
receipt.
pay
Yeah.
can they do it online or they have to go to town hall?
I think they have to go to the town hall.
Yeah, for that.
So, I
It's
mean,
like-
there's a couple of ways I can probably do it, and Jennifer's probably gonna yell at me for saying this.
So?
But I can
You
create a
You're a big
form
guy.
and have people fill the form out and collect their $20 for the table, and then bring it up to the town hall the next day.
Right,
And say,
right.
here's $20 for this table.
Mhm,
Yeah.
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 I don't think
So
the
here's
town
the
would be
100 for all the
happy.
tables we got.
Yeah, I don't think the town or the administration would be happy with me handling the money that way, but at this point, I don't
It's
care.
because people are gonna wanna Venmo
Yeah,
Yeah.
the money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we
And
don't
do
have
it.
a Venmo account, so.
well, I'll get a Venmo account if that's what it comes to.
I'm just thinking that's how, you know,
Can you word it as, reserve your table with a donation of $20 to Mary
Yeah.
Grant?
I
And
can
then you
try.
don't
Good
have
thinking.
to.
That's the way to
Good
do it.
thinking, Kelly,
Yeah.
yeah, good thinking.
It's a good point.
That's
a good
easy.
point.
You may not like
Yeah.
the work, but hey,
That's the
Yeah.
legal
Yeah.
wording.
that's what
Yeah.
you have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've done that before.
And we can, I mean, we
We'll
can
throw-
phrase it
we'll
like
throw that
that and
for
say,
now
you know,
on.
reserve your table ahead of time
Yeah.
with your $20
With a
donation to the
donation.
Right.
grant.
yep,
The day
Yeah.
of, it's $25 for a table donation.
Right.
oh,
Something like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Then you can set up a Venmo and people can do it that way.
Yeah, reserve your table, yeah.
Excellent.
And then
So
Venmo won't
that's,
charge you a fee because it's a donation.
there you go. Always
And
have
it's
to
a
have
tax
donations
write-off.
in there.
If it's a donation, it's a tax write-off.
Right.
That's right.
Most people don't write that off though unless
Yeah.
they've read everything off.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a list I have, everything.
That's a good idea.
My gas to go to the fire department, yeah.
Yeah,
And if they email you or Venmo you the money, you can email them the,
Receipt.
Receipt.
yeah,
and then I'll just write a check to the town for the money,
yeah.
or whatever.
Well, it just has to go in the Mary Grant
Political
Yeah.
poll.
account, yeah.
All right, so that's the yard sale. We're gonna charge people a donation fee in advance for their tables. I think I mentioned I'd much rather have the tables out front
Yeah.
next time we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot of drive-bys at yard sales
Yeah.
or garage sales, and if they don't see anything out there, they're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched a lot of people.
Yeah.
Trish kind of
Slow
drives.
down. Where is it? I don't see
Yeah.
Yeah,
anything.
you have it last time out back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we set the tables up out
Yeah.
back.
Put them right on the road. Let
Part of
them
that was
stop.
the concern from the
Parking.
neighbors about traffic and parking.
Which ended up
Um,
being not a problem at all.
Right.
And we
Right.
had York County Sheriff stop in and spend 20 minutes, half an
Right.
hour chit-chatting
Because we
with us.
yelled at him when he drove by.
Come back, come back!
Where you going?
We fed
So, I
him,
mean,
watered
as-
him, and sent him on his
As
way.
long as we can say we have someone that can make sure people are parked off the road and someone is standing out in the middle of the road with their
I'll
orange
have
car.
my orange vest on.
People won't
And my
be flying up and down the
streamers.
road, right.
I'll stand out in the middle of the road, I don't care. They wanna hit me, fine. I'll put a dent in their car.
Food, do we wanna do food at the yard sale?
Yes,
Mhm.
that was our
Yeah,
that was a
moneymaker.
big-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good point, yeah.
Do we
Yeah,
also
chicken
wanna do a
fingers.
bake sale, or just have the lunch stuff?
I think both
So
sold.
we had
We had donuts.
we
Donuts.
had
Yeah.
donuts and muffins and stuff like that,
Okay.
and they went.
Yes,
I mean,
they
we had
did.
nothing left. We sold a lot of stuff.
Cookies.
You can ask the ladies in
Yeah.
the Sip and
Yeah,
Bitch Club
cookies.
Oh, yeah.
if they would like to cook.
Dunkin' Donuts gonna do anything?
I love the name
guess
of
so.
that, I wrote that. I was so sad that we couldn't do it Tuesday.
He's done a master.
I even lined up my husband to babysit for me.
Well, they still
get
had.
stuff from
Oh, they
like,
did?
Franny's
Oh, I
in
didn't know.
Sanford. We give them a plug and they,
Okay.
it's the mom and pop shops that are the most generous. It's the big box stores and things that.
Corporate.
They can
Yeah.
deduct all that from taxes too.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah, Franny's mini donuts that we're
Corporate's
talking
are
about.
stingy.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
also ask like Little Farm and
Yeah.
Mary's Pies, you know, some local.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
People,
absolutely.
they would
I
like-
don't even think about them.
Down the fairgrounds, we have donations from Dunkin' Donuts, they give us about 6 dozen donuts, 6
Mhm.
boxes of donuts. At the fairground, when the fairground's on.
Okay,
Yeah.
The amount of donuts that Dunkin' Donuts must throw away in a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Roma Joe's too.
Um,
Because on my way to
their
work-
Krispy Kremes or
When I go to
whatever.
work, when I pick up my coffee, they always give me the leftover pastries
Oh.
to take to the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
That's
We're gonna throw 'em
nice.
away.
Yeah.
There are all these people working at the hospital.
Good.
all right, so
Very
yard
nice.
sale with a food table slash bake sale, and I anticipate we'll probably do the exact same thing we did last year. Set up a table right in front of the barn.
worked
That
out
way
really
we
well.
have access to the barn to do what we need to do and store stuff, and people can see it when they drive by and hopefully stop and get something.
Awesome.
I wanna do a better job of blocking it though, cause I had people that were just coming in and they're like, oh, what do you got in here? I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for that
Yeah,
yet.
that would be a big deal.
Nah.
Blocking what up?
Keeping
front.
people from coming into the barn.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We can come up with something, I'm not too worried about that.
Put those big spikes about that tall.
And hope that the flying spiders stay away.
Inevitable.
And never will.
But I envision we will complete planning for the yard sale within a couple of months before it. I'm gonna put out a list of events so people can at least see it ahead of time.
Be
and
excited
maybe
about
plan
it.
for it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Plans for it.
About upcoming,
After that, we have the pumpkin carving, which is October 22nd this
Yeah.
year.
10,
Um,
22.
I am not doing a drive-through this year. I'm putting my
Not
foot
really.
down.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a real pumpkin
Yeah.
carving.
I don't see why we
Right,
have to.
yeah.
What was
Right.
that, don't what?
Especially it's
Don't do a
outside.
drive-through this
Yeah.
year.
Oh, no,
We
no.
Do the real.
We have the tables, we have all the, well, we don't have all the kits anymore, but we have all the tools.
Oh, yeah.
We have some kits, we have stencils, we have a whole bunch of battery powered lights, we have candles.
Yeah,
Um,
the little battery powered
Oh,
candles.
that'd be so fun.
Is that October what?
October
22nd.
It is so,
22nd.
the kids
I'll
just
email all this to you.
Yeah.
love it.
Do we do a list of events on the door?
We can, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
That'll
thinking
help so
that-
people come by.
Yeah.
Probably put something up under the
Yeah.
bulletin board.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I said I'm not doing a drive-through this year. If we can't do it in person, I'm just gonna
Right.
cancel it. I don't wanna do a
Okay.
drive-through.
So to that, I feel like if we're not going to do the drive-through at all, which is great, I don't think that I'm gonna be so quick to say okay to anybody who drives in and says, oh, hey, I need 6 pumpkins, or I
We're not-
need.
we're not gonna hand out
10 or
pumpkins.
whatever,
If you
yeah.
want
kid
pumpkins,
has
you can
to
sit
be
here and
right.
carve it.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
Yeah.
don't understand the drive-through, what kind of drive-through you're talking about.
Well, we
So-
have,
So
We just-
the past couple of years, we had a whole bunch of pumpkins.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
And literally, because of COVID,
Mhm.
we had people come in and drive in a big circle, and we loaded them up with their pumpkins, carving
they went
kits,
out.
whatever, and they went home and carved.
Yep.
Because they couldn't
That
all
called
be.
a cluster, you know what?
But it wasn't,
No,
it worked
it
out
went
really
smooth.
Yeah, it wasn't
well,
bad.
we
It
had
was
everything
smooth as
very
anything.
well
I think
planned.
Okay.
everyone enjoyed it.
And
I
I
think-
But
I
there
think
were
people would
people
be
that
happy
came
to-
and said, I need 8 pumpkins.
Right, I
Yeah.
know. And
In
only
a-
2 kids in the car.
In a little, like, Saturn car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and I
So
was
the
like,
kids don't put the pumpkins in.
he's like, well, we have a bunch of foster kids back at the
Yeah.
house and this and that, and I said, okay,
Yeah.
So
I'm not
let's-
gonna say
Right,
no
right,
to
right.
a foster
I hear
child
you.
having.
We
a-
need proof,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Let's
I-
remember
I
why
never
we're
do
doing this. It's not,
Yes,
you know, to
Show me
monitor who
pictures.
doesn't get pumpkins. It's,
right.
But we just didn't want to
It's
run out of
community
pumpkins
event
when
for
kids were
kids.
coming in.
Yeah.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
they were like present to pick out a
Right.
pumpkin.
And you
we're
know
like,
what?
oh, we
I
ran
think
out.
they came twice for the
They
2
moved around,
years.
yeah.
We get,
They
they came,
had-
they each came,
Yes.
they came each year.
Yeah,
I don't
You
think
mean
that
twice
they
in one
came.
day?
no, twice, 1 year and
One,
then
okay.
the other
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
during COVID. And I
They-
thought, because kids that came in, well, we had enough, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But you don't know if we'll have enough.
Yeah, so I don't think that we're gonna give anything away to go home with anybody.
No.
You're here.
And I can see 1, you know what I mean, or my
Yeah.
brother's home, or whatever,
Right.
but 8?
My brother's sick and, hey,
Yeah.
can I bring
And no kids in
absolutely-
the car, yeah. Or
Yeah.
1 kid, yeah,
But not 8.
right, that was
Yeah.
just, that was taking advantage,
Yeah, a little bit.
abusing the fact.
And it's
You're right.
fun with the
especially because
fire.
if they're foster parents, AFFM gives us pumpkins anyway.
Oh, interesting.
good to know.
But we didn't know they
Yeah.
had foster
Right,
kids,
yeah.
that's just it.
So at any rate, let's not,
It's fun with
Yeah,
the
right.
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's always been a fun
Yeah.
event here.
Let's do
With
fun,
the
yeah.
fire and all
Yeah.
the kids and the
Yeah.
different years they did the pinata and the
Mhm.
food.
so the
Yeah.
pinata is always a big hit, and I
Yeah,
will do that
that's
again.
true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
One year we did a walk, you have to walk the trails to collect some candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can recruit some older kids at some point
Some teenagers that
to
wanna work
go,
that.
even if they just go stand on the storyboards that the library puts up
I think that's what we
with
did.
a big bag of candy to hand candy out to the kids that are walking the trails.
And do we tell them they can dress up in costume? Because that would be,
I leave it up to them.
oh, I mean, just as an option if you want to come.
Yeah, I think that year that we did the walk, the candy walk, they
They
did
had
that.
costumes, yeah.
Yeah, some of them, not everybody, but
Right.
some of them did come in costume
It'd be
and,
kind of fun if they do come in costume after they carve their pumpkins, they can do a little parade.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have a prize for the parade.
Done it
Best costume.
historically is we had these
Or
set
a
up out there,
contest.
kind of, you know, in a line, and we had all of the pumpkins up there and put the
Lights in,
battery
all that.
candles in and
Mhm.
lit them all up and
That's awesome.
took pictures.
Yeah. That is
So-
a fun day.
Yeah.
One of the things we need to consider is table space again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about tables, I can get tables from the town hall.
Mhm, yeah.
I just wanna make sure we have tablecloths to put on them so we don't ruin them with
Yeah.
pumpkin guts.
I'll go to the Dollar Tree
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
Get a
You
roll
get
of
the
white
dollar
paper.
quarter tree.
yeah, Dollar and Quarter
You
Tree.
gotta get
Yeah.
the toiletries and the
So the
dollar
one,
store.
there's a Dollar
Yeah.
Tree
In New Hampshire, Rochester,
that's $1.
I think
Still a
so.
dollar.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
still above.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it all on a quarter
Nope,
stores now.
not,
Mhm.
yeah, not all of them, no.
And that quarter adds up.
Yeah.
I should know.
So as a committee, we need to be, we don't need to do anything for it yet, but we need to be thinking about getting pumpkins, getting candy, filling the piñata.
So if you
silly
happen to
stuff
go
like
to
that.
someplace like Martin's or Ocean State Job Lot
Just
Yeah.
pick them
or
up, yeah.
something like that, if you see pumpkin carving kits for short
Yeah,
money.
I look for them
Did
all
we
the
try
Yeah.
time.
growing any?
I have
Did we
some.
talk about that?
We
one year?
tried
I feel
growing
like
some
we-
last year and
Oh,
failed
was
miserably.
it? Yeah. No.
No.
My
I don't
pumpkins
have
ended
any
up, the
space.
biggest one was about the size
It
of
was
a
a bad year
softball.
for
It was
That's
so sad.
right. Yep. Okay.
I will say, I
And
will
I
say,
only got
I hit the
Did you feed
it?
jackpot
I got
last
sick.
year
I
at
didn't feed it.
Trader Joe's.
Oh.
Yes, oh my gosh, yes.
I got pumpkins for like $3 a piece, and they were good sized pumpkins.
Okay.
And when they found out what we were doing with all of those pumpkins, because we had
They
a
gave me
shopping cart
extras.
full, he gave us extras.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh.
So it's silly things like that, you know, if you
Yeah.
see a bunch of pumpkins and they're cheap, I mean, if you're short on cash, pay for it and I'll give you the cash out of my pocket, I'm not worried about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, again, the amount of pumpkins that they must throw away
Yeah.
That's
Right?
at the end of
At the
October.
end.
So
Yeah.
what
Oh,
did,
so
what did we
many
have
trees.
last year? I think we had close to 80 pumpkins last year total, and we went through them all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
So I think we need at least 80 pumpkins.
At least.
Been steadily going up.
Well, that's the whole
Yeah.
plan, that's what we want to
The
have.
town is
That's
That'll be
right,
going up.
exactly,
Yeah.
you know? And if we have everybody back on site again,
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
do we wanna do, well, I'm still planning on like the cookie station for them to do something when they
Mhm.
finish their
Yeah. that's
pumpkin.
good, yeah.
Cause that was a huge hit and it
Yeah.
has been a staple in the COVID
Yeah,
pumpkin event
the
too.
little kid in the bags with.
Yep, so, gonna still do that. Are we planning on any kind of food outside of that? Or are we just going to,
I think pumpkin and cookies are fine, you know, take it.
Maybe some hot water
Maybe
and
some
coffee, hot
coffee.
water for cocoa and
Hot
stuff like
chocolate,
that.
yeah.
Cocoa.
I mean, we
yeah.
could totally get the stuff
Cocoa.
to do s'mores with,
Right.
around the
Yeah.
fire.
That would
Yeah.
be good.
local? I'm local.
I do not think we need to do a meal like
No.
we've done in the past.
No,
Yeah, in the
because it's
past
an
we've done like
afternoon.
burgers and things like that.
Because we did it in the afternoon too.
Yeah.
It was after lunch.
Yeah,
It was an event that was later in the day.
I
right?
remember
Wasn't it like
the
one?
very first time that I came, there was a gentleman who made fish chowder and then there
Oh,
was a macaroni
yeah.
salad
Yes.
and there was
Right,
other things,
Right.
snacky style
Yeah.
things. Someone made
Apple cider.
donuts.
what about the
Yeah, the
donuts?
donuts.
I,
So
I could make the donuts.
Yeah, apple cider donuts and
Very,
apple cider.
very
we could check-
nice.
Yeah.
We could ask our local farmers, growers for, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Apple
there's a
cider's
couple
been
of
stored
places
now
that
for
do
2 years,
apple
be good.
cider donuts,
Yeah.
so we could hit them up and say, hey,
Yeah.
you know, what can you do for us?
so I guess we just need to be thinking about it.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
Obviously, we're way out, we can't do anything yet, but
Yeah.
But it goes
be
so
thinking about it
fast.
as you go around, yeah.
Turn around, it's already there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then after that, I think we need to sit down at some point and plan what we can do for a snowman building contest. I would love to have that, but like I said, it's gonna be a short notice type thing. We have a really good snow coming.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
plan to do it this weekend.
But the key to that is to make sure that we have everything gathered together
Yeah.
so that when we have that great snowstorm,
do we have it?
Right.
then we have nobody has to run and say, oh my god, I need to
Right.
get this and that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have it.
No, no.
Have all the spray bottles and
Exactly.
food coloring ready to go. and-
Yep.
Yeah,
And you had,
Snowman.
somebody had mentioned about a snowshoeing or,
yeah, snowshoeing.
We've talked about
That type of
snowshoeing
thing.
on the trails, cross-country
Like
skiing
an
on the
event.
trails. I didn't do it at all this year, but I tried to come in and plow the front
mm,
of the property after a big storm so people can still get in and park.
We had weird snowstorms.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
scooped it.
even trying to do
We had
like,
a
the
lot of rain
sledding
and ice.
event.
Yeah, we did.
trying to do that sledding event on
Mhm.
Holsworth's Farm there.
That
was
was
ice.
so ice.
Yeah.
It was ice, it was,
You get down, but you
It-
get
it-
back up.
Tim went down,
When
he,
I-
he heard
Those
for
are
like 3
crazy.
days.
it was.
He went down there.
It rained after every snowstorm.
You
and-
could have a lift, you know, take it back.
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
The last thing that we had talked about last time we met was some kind of scavenger hunt on the property. You know, have a list of items that can be, you know, things we plant out there or things from nature. You know, come back and show me a picture on your cell phone.
Well, I thought about, I was thinking about this morning, and actually, well, when I woke up, was like for the pumpkin carving or the scavenger hunt, they could do fairy houses too. They could collect all nature stuff, come back, and, cause at school, at Calvin School, we gave them little plastic, like recyclable
Yeah.
stuff that we had, and they filled it with sand and they made little fairy houses and
Oh,
took
that's
them
cool.
home.
Do they still have
What
them?
about shoebox?
Are there still fairy houses out there?
I believe so.
Yeah. Might be
You'll have to
something
go
like
out and
that, they
check.
have to go collect.
There were
You
fairy
gotta
houses.
collect
Yeah.
the sticks, you gotta collect this,
Yeah.
that's your scavenger hunt, and then you bring it back and.
Yeah.
So the very last thing I have is, we had talked about as a committee,
There you go.
going out and doing the geocache that's somewhere out on the property. Is that something we wanna consider doing?
Yeah, that might be interesting.
What you call it?
My
Yeah.
kids,
Geocache.
my
Yeah,
grandchildren
they're
love
fun.
geocaching.
People hide something somewhere in the woods.
Yeah.
And
And
container.
it's a
Yeah, that's
basically
nice.
you get coordinates to go
We
find
have
it.
one here on property,
Yeah.
but I don't know
Oh,
where
is
it is.
there?
Oh, there is one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the idea came up, because
Mm,
we
we had
mentioned,
one.
we know there's one, you know, let's go out and find it.
Oh, yeah, it's right here on my phone.
I found it, I found it.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
But where is it on property?
It, well,
2 towns over.
Yeah,
Mary Grant us a cash. Mary grants us a cash. Oh, it's in, so, oh, I can't show you because it changes with the,
Emotion of the animal.
oh, there it is. So we're right here, and it's up here in the woods.
Right back there.
probably not too far off one of the trails.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
like
so
a
it's,
sh-
That
yeah.
it's
sounds
just
like a Harry
somewhere in,
Bartlett sort of
Yeah.
it
thing.
shows you somewhere in the woods, but as you start walking towards it, it tells you what direction to go.
Mhm.
Yeah. It tells you where to go.
It tells you where to
Out
go.
there. I'm not walking out there
I've
right
been told
now.
where to go a lot.
0.2 miles.
Maybe at the
Um,
cleanup.
The
Do you
very
wanna
last
put
thing I
another
had
one in?
is what's
You wanna
that?
put another geocache in?
Well, let's
Is that what
find the
you're
one that's there first,
saying? Yeah, I'll go,
and then we can put another one in.
okay.
The very last thing I have, and I thought of it a couple of days ago, is as a committee, I would like us to try to do some kind of event with the Grammy Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Sanctuary.
excellent, yeah.
You know, come meet the dogs, come
Yeah.
walk
Walk
with
the
the
dogs
dogs,
on the
come.
trail, yeah. I'd walk
I
the
think it would
dog.
be great to have a
You talking about the new
relationship.
development down here with the dogs?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it would be
watching
great
Bill.
to have a
Yeah.
relationship between them and us, because
Yeah.
they've asked if they could walk our trails.
Yes.
Have they made any trails yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
They
But
can
I
finish
think
the
that would be a
countdown.
great community activity. It would further their cause
Yeah.
and our cause all at the same time.
Maybe we
So,
should coordinate an adoption event.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, like an adoption, and
Yeah.
come walk the dogs,
Oh, that'd
also
be
see
nice.
Mary,
I mean,
take them on a walk.
I have an in with at least one other
Employee
dog
member.
rescue organization.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, that's totally something we can do, have an
Yeah.
adoption event here.
Right.
I don't see any
That
reason why
shows
we
us
can't.
giving back to the community too.
Yeah.
Which most nonprofits should kind
Right.
of try.
I couldn't believe when I was talking to the guy where they developed it for to put the dogs in the houses, like they're being at a home,
Yeah.
Mhm.
living there. I mean, it just, and all they, there's nobody there but just the dogs.
Well, there's an employee on
Well,
site.
yeah, no, I understand that, but I mean, it just, like teaching them how to be in a house, the
Yeah.
noises and all, I couldn't believe it. They built
We
that
have it
just
in
for
with
them.
them too.
No. They just lost a building, it blew down
Yeah,
in that
I heard
windstorm
about
they
that.
had.
Really?
Yeah.
It was just
A
a
gazebo or something.
frame structure.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they were gonna put walls on it or
Right.
anything, but it was just an open
Mhm.
frame structure and
They
the
blew it
wind
up.
took it, blew it right down.
All right, so that was all I had. Anybody
Yeah.
else?
They're gonna open the ice cream shop there this
Yes, Mr. Neal.
Do we need any more tables? Would you like any more tables?
Picnic tables?
I would love to have more tables.
I have two.
You're right, Dick.
I have two more, like,
Okay,
they're,
Get a little work.
need some work on,
that's fine.
but they were for free and I couldn't turn them
Okay.
down, so I grabbed them last fall and,
Anybody
what
got
it
a
is,
sandblaster?
The metal is kind of rusty
maybe.
and, on the legs.
Okay.
They need to be sanded
They'll
and
paint
can
it,
of
sandblaster.
spray paint.
That's not, even if we have to do that by
Probably
hand.
just a,
Yeah, we can do that on cleanup weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could
Well, yeah,
have
but
a table crew.
Are they at your
I'll
house?
be working on those over the next
Okay.
month or so and whatnot, when I get that out.
Keep them busy.
Bring them out, but just so,
Okay.
I think more
Just
tables,
so you know, there's
Yeah.
two more tables.
I think more tables is
At the
good,
top.
especially if we're gonna have an in-person carving event again,
Yeah.
so. What else?
The outhouse. I haven't checked the outhouse for a couple of months now.
Well,
But,
honestly, I don't think there's too many people using it.
Yeah.
No, but it is the,
It's cold seat.
The new place is gonna be
I'll check that.
Maybe,
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
check that and, if we need any.
Listen, when I
Replacement
clear off my
stuff, I'll
side
pick it
yard,
up.
you
Okay.
can pitch over there.
You do?
Get water.
anybody
I
else?
miss,
I know,
I do.
I do too.
Looking for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Second the motion.
We all second.
All in favor?
I
So moved.
Nay.
We're done.